if nothing else, I want us to make a valiant effort to protect sports. And when I say that, I know the whole, one of the biggest themes of this convention is the student-athlete experience. And so really, what is the student-athlete experience? When I think of that, I think of what mine was, of course. And, I came out of high school and, I wasn't necessarily the strongest student. I was intelligent, had a lot of potential, but I hadn't really showed it. And it was because of my athletic ability that I ended up getting to a great university. And from there, I just blossomed. I was in an environment that helped me feel the support and the love to really grow and mature as an adult. And I think that when you think about the student-athlete experience, that's what it is. I've had the privilege to speak to hundreds of student-athletes, and one of the interesting questions that I try to ask everyone is, how did you get here? And a lot of them will tell you, man, I wasn't going to get into college had it not been for my athletic ability. But what's special about it is those same student-athletes are leaving with multiple degrees. They're leaving with professional and graduate degrees. And when you think about a person in high school, a regular student-athlete coming out of high school who wasn't thinking about college and wasn't thinking about, graduate school and contributing to society in such a productive manner, this model is doing that. The NCAA, the membership, we're doing that. And I think we have a distinct ability to contribute to society in a more unique way than any other organization out there. Isn't that worth protecting? That's something that no one else can say that they do. We're able to take student-athletes at the high school level, they come through as an athlete, and they leave with multiple degrees. They leave with, people are coming back as professors. The individual at Colorado State was a football player who is now back. He has a PhD, and he's back giving back to his institution. That is something worth protecting, and I think that as we move on with this new governance structure and we try to adjust to the change that is surely to come, I think that's something we want to keep in mind. So, let's try and keep as many sports around as possible. Let's try and give student-athletes the best opportunity for an excellent education and an even more excellent student-athlete experience.